Good evening, Corey, from the spin room. You can see not so much spinning going on. Everyone's watching the debate right now, but I can tell you some interesting impressions from the first hour. As the First Lady mentioned, she wanted people to get to know the mayor's policies. They haven't really done that, but they've certainly noticed him. He's mixed it up on several occasions and taken several direct swipes at other candidates. Some initial impressions from the first hour of the debate is that Senator Elizabeth Warren, particularly when the economy was discussed right off the bat, seemed to be getting the majority of the airtime. And then that's when Mayor de Blasio stepped in and took a pretty direct swipe both at former Representative Beto O'Rourke and New Jersey Senator Cory Booker. And then they moved into a discussion of health care, and that's when things really got interesting. We have some health care video to show you now. Once again, de Blasio mixed it up by cutting off. It was the first time any candidate cut off anyone else. He cut off former Representative O'Rourke and said that Beto O'Rourke didn't really understand why the health care system was broken as he was proposing his compromise solution. And then some of the more moderate candidates jumped in, including former Representative Delaney and Senator Klobuchar. They weighed in, but First Lady of New York, Charlene McCray, told us beforehand she was confident de Blasio could make his mark. Take a listen.
I think that his accomplishments really exceed the others, given they call being mayor of New York City the second hardest job in the country. So the fact that he's actually able to run for president and do his job is pretty amazing.
Next up was a discussion of immigration, and quite frankly, most of us here in the spin room thought this was going to be the lead-off topic based on the news cycle, as we're learning more information about some just deplorable conditions in migrant detention camps, particularly involving children. And there's that very high-profile, very disturbing picture Pix 11's chosen not to show of the father lying dead with his daughter. There was some moving back-and-forth moments between former HHS Secretary Julian Castro along with Senator Booker, where they discussed policy, and it really was just a sober moment on stage. Everyone wanted to have their say, but they were mixing it up during the economy, mixing it up while discussing health care. All of them pretty much pulled it back and really tried to have a sobering discussion. If any punches were thrown, they were all thrown at President Trump in that moment. And so far, and I did check just about 5 minutes ago, President Trump hasn't tweeted anything. We do know he's on a trip to the G20 summit, but no tweets from the president so far. He had threatened to live tweet this event. So we're going to continue to watch here. The spin is probably going to start any minute now with some of the candidates and campaign managers promising surrogates. So we'll talk to those surrogates and get back to you at 10:45 and be here throughout the evening across the Pix 11 social media channels as the candidates themselves come to the spin room after the debate stage and give interviews. But for now, live inside the Miami Performing Arts Center, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.
All right, Henry, and look, a lot of folks are talking about Mayor de Blasio online, so we're gonna share some of that as well, because people are really talking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of tweeting going on, and look, he's on the national stage now. All right, you might think